Welcome to the fourth installment in our 24 movie James Bond marathon. I'm Kenzie the newbie, and this is Dad the old guy, and we're doing today Thunderball from 1965.
So, newbie, first impressions.
Well, I liked it, but not quite as much as the last. Not quite as much as the last movie,
Goldfinger, right, which was a classic, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the standard by which all are judged.
Yeah, and like when spy movie, when James Bond, kind of that type of aesthetic kind of comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Goldfinger hit all those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
You got the cool henchman, oddball,
Odd job.
oddball, cue ball. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Shush.
Okay.
Oddball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three different femme fatales. Cool bad guy.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Yeah.
For this one, not quite as fantastic, but still had a lot going for it.
What do you think about the jetpack?
Very jetpack.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah,
I hated
I
it.
think that was kind of a carryover from Goldfinger, where they were doing a little of the tech stuff. But luckily, they didn't do that through the rest of the movie. But it was a little cheesy looking.
It
Yeah.
was little cheesy looking. You just boop.
Yeah. So Thunderball then, the villain, Largo, right?
Largo.
Number 2. Again, we saw Blofeld with the cat, but he keeps the shade drawn down to here, so all we ever see is the cat
The
again.
hand, yeah.
So Largo, number 2, is the bad guy. What'd you think of him?
Not as strong of an impression as
No?
Goldfinger. I
Yeah.
don't remember Goldfinger.
Yeah, Goldfinger had some charisma. Yeah.
Largo, he's just kind of. I mean, the most memorable thing about him was the eye patch.
True. Okay.
Okay.
Famously made fun of in Austin Powers by Robert Wagner's character, number 2. If you've seen Austin Powers, number 2, he wore the eye patch. Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I really liked the female antagonist in this one.
Until they killed her off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
That was kind of sad.
Yeah. What about the underwater scenes? I mean, it's famous for its underwater footage, right?
The cinematography was great. Like I said, a far cry from the first movie where they had to just dim the resolution to make it seem like it was shot at night.
Yeah. So you could tell that they did spend a lot of money on the effects, being
And the
able to do
props.
the frogman scenes underwater as they did, the big battle scenes and stuff.
Yeah. Lots of good props, lots of good shots, and also just because the frogman scene was underwater, right? No good sound for that.
Yeah.
So the soundtrack.
Yeah, I would say the one thing, my pros and cons of this one, the scenes and how they set it, I think were good. The underwater kind of approach, hijacking the nuclear bomb, and that it's kind of cool, right? Very kind of the way they hid it in the secret chamber.
Yeah, it's good.
The swimming pool full of sharks,
Classic.
although they didn't have freaking laser beams on their heads like I would want.
Very what was it? Perturbed sea bass.
Ill-tempered sea bass. No ill-tempered sea bass. So that was good. I think the sound mixing in this was a little odd. The special effects of the sounds and things were very noticeably not very good, which kind of took away from some of the action scenes. They had again, every movie has a different Felix Leiter. Felix Leiter, I guess.
Felix von Nutter.
And the very famous and one and only screen appearance of Rick Van Nutter.
Rick Van Nutter.
Very unfortunately named Rick Van
Nuts.
Nutter, who played Felix Leiter, but he didn't do much. Not much charisma there. So this is one of those that I remember watching as a kid on TV, because I'm not as old as some of my friends who actually saw these at the theater. I actually saw all of these Sean Connery ones on network TV, ABC. Of course, did you know that back in the day we only had 3 television networks? Only 3.
Child, oh my God.
ABC, NBC, and CBS. We had PBS, but nobody watched that anyway.
No
Except
kidding.
for Monty Python reruns and Benny Hill. So every time ABC would rerun one of these, I got to watch it. Right, it was one of those big kind of deals. And I remember watching this one. This is one of the ones that was always fun as a kid to watch. I would say it doesn't age quite as well as the others.
Yeah, I didn't like the sexism in this one. This one was not as good as Goldfinger in that regard. It didn't handle it very well.
Yeah.
Kind of rapey undertones.
Yeah,
like
it really was. Yeah, and I think as they've gone through the movies, they've amped that up even more. And like you said, by today's standards,
it's really not enjoyable.
Yeah. But as a kid, right, that's the kind of stuff I didn't care about any of that. I just liked the cool frogman and the nuclear subs and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I saw this one. It doesn't hold up as well, and I think you can start to see the formulas being reused a bit. Again, this was a tremendous success whenever it came out. Back in the day, financially was very successful, but I think when you think about all the best Bond movies, this one doesn't usually get mentioned as much.
Yeah, it doesn't hit all the good points, really.
Okay, so bottom line, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you put Thunderball?
Well, if the first one was a 5, and the second one was a 7, and then the third one was an 8.5, I think, something like that. This one I'd put maybe in 7.5-ish.
7.5, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so still, for me, I'd say it's an enjoyable watch if just to kind of get back into some of the cool James Bond fight scenes and things. But I'd say it's never going to be one of those ones I go to. So for me, I'll give Goldfinger a 9. Right.
Right.
This one I'd give 7. It's not bad, but it's adequate, I would say. So that's kind of it for the fourth Bond movie, 1965's Thunderball. Next up, we should have You Only Live Twice. Yes, which would be one of the last Sean Connery Bond movies for a while. So this is a big one. Okay, so there you go. Enjoy. See you next time.